What's up, Ryan? How's it going? Not too far away from Dallas.
Nah.
You had the face-off, the first face-off with Oscar Duarte. The first one was a little bit, had a good cold stare down. What can you sense from his eyes? What could you just get from the vibes from him?
He's hungry. He wants to eat me, and he looked at me like a snack.
Like that?
No, I don't know. He just was like he was ready to fight. He wants to knock me out. It's aggressive.
Ryan, we only got 5 minutes, so I'll cut to some of the hot stuff, man. Oscar Duarte, this is a good first fight back.
Yeah.
But when we look ahead to the big title fights and whatnot, Eddie Hearn has said you and Devin Haney next. He would love to make that. Bob Arum has talked with Oscar about you and T.O. at the Sphere. And then you and Tank have said, let's run it back.
Yeah.
Which of those fights do you think is the biggest one out there for you?
I feel like, I'm interested in all of them. Obviously, you always want to run it back when you take a loss. I feel like at different circumstances, I could beat him. But also, Devin Haney, we have a long history in the amateurs, and he obviously has a pretty big fan base as well, so that would be great too. And TEOFIMO, he could talk his ass off, and his dad too, so that'd be crazy. I think TEOFIMO interests me a lot because I just think that whole lead up's gonna be crazy because his pops and everybody. But
under what different conditions do you feel like you could beat Javante?
Everybody knows the obvious of what I'm talking about. Wait, you can't even do an interview. Can you do an interview dehydrated? Nah. Imagine boxing.
Yeah.
That'd be mother. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like just level playing field. Just if you beat me, you beat me. It is what it is. I took that fight because, again, I was trying to change the system of boxing. As you see, Showtime's out. But if they had came to me earlier or other people, they would let me, run it how I know this new generation needs to be run. It's a whole different system.
Ryan, where you live?
And there's a lot of people that are unbelievers of how you should run it now. You guys are important. They don't know how important you guys are. Without you guys, the sport dies. You know what I mean? They think, not everything's on TV no more. There is really no network. It's all social media. So I was trying to pioneer that, and also was trying to change the blueprint of, having to wait for those big fights over marination. Yeah. So, I bit the bullet on that one, but I did it for a good cause, and hopefully I inspired these fighters on how to do it now, how to make the big fights now, and how to run boxing now.
Hey, talking about the networks and what's going on recently, Showtime leaving boxing, we're a little surprised about that. And where do you see the future going for boxing? Because we all grew up with HBO, Showtime, and now people are saying that the apps like the Zone is the next big thing. What do you think it's going to be? Are we surprised with Showtime boxing?
I think there is a new way to do it. I think we as boxers need to come together and collectively come up with a solution to keep the boxing thriving, because it is a great sport. I touched on it on Twitter. Me and Terrence Crawford have had conversations, and we're going to be talking more about some plans and just trying to re-innovate what's going on. There has to I feel like I have the mind to do it. You've never seen a fighter, a real boxer, make $30 million, never win a title. How did I do it? I'm here to show the new blueprint. So this is what we're gonna do, and I'll talk to Terrence and we'll figure something out.
Speaking of the business,
anybody, actually, talk to anybody.
Speaking of the business side of boxing, I know you're focused on this Oscar Duarte. How's everything with your promoter, Oscar De La Hoya?
No, I haven't really put too much thought into it, like about 0% of it into it. I just kind of letting the lawyers handle all that. I got a fight coming up. This guy's tough, so that's what I've been focused on.
And how's it been with your new camp and with your new coach and everything? How's the adjustment been?
It's been great. Obviously, in anything, when you start something, you gotta figure it out. Definitely. But now that we're in this rhythm, it's great, man. We're really
Hey Ryan.
A lot of synergy there, man.
Sorry. It's Brandon with Boxing and Barbecue. Ryan, first of all, how you doing?
Good, man.
We commend you for how you speak about your religion and your mental health battles. I wanted to ask, did that come into play with you picking such a challenging opponent for your comeback fight?
Yeah, I always try to pick God first in all my decisions, but trying to live, spirit-filled life and letting God, orchestrate my whole life. So I always put prayer into it. and I feel this is where he's leading me, you know. So that's important for me. I've always had that part of, you know, he's always been a part of my life, my whole life since I was a little kid. So just that never changes.
One more question, Devin. With you and Devin having the deep amateur background with each other, a lot of people are clamoring for that fight. You guys were kind of on a collision course at 35, and then you have Teo. Again, which one would you rather prefer as far as for fanfare sake?
Man, either one is going to be a big fight, make some good money, but I like TEOFIMO just because it'd be more chaotic and just funner, you know, to be a part of. But then again, Devin Haney, he's been talking a lot of shit lately too. So I don't know. Either or.
Ryan, what about the Rolly fight? You're actually rated 4th by the WBA for his.
Yeah.
Is that a fight you only want if he has his belt?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, again, that's a big fight too. It's a big fight too. There's a lot of big fights for me. They all know what I bring to the table. We did big numbers that first fight, so they are like, okay, he's that piece that you need.
And first, just welcome to H-Town real quick. Like, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate you coming down. We're going to have a good time. We expect excellence when you get in that ring.
Oh,
we
thank you.
We expect for you to win. We expect for
Let's
you to
go.
come third win.
I like the energy.
Bring all the people.
Big love.
Ryan, you talked about a more level
Bring the
playing field for
fans.
you and Ryan. What about for your gym mate, Errol Spence? Do you feel like weight could play a big factor in that rematch with Crawford being different?
No, I don't really have no comment on that. I know Arrow and them. You know, he has his own thing he wants to do, but that's on him. You know, I really don't have nothing to say about
Is it
that.
left hook for Duarte on December 2nd? He has that aggressive style.
He does have aggressive style. I learned my lesson. You know, I ain't gonna just throw a left hook. You know.
Ryan, with Derek, you know, he goes back to the fundamentals. How have you felt with him? You know, the videos that you put up, using your technique, you know, the jab, the 1-2, you know, using your defense. How have you felt with Derek and just the chemistry overall?
Yeah, just putting my best effort in it and committing to his regimen, and what he wants him to do. That's the main thing. Committing and putting your best effort in it, and that's what I've been doing. You know, again, I always just live by my natural abilities, but here you have, you know, Derek wants you to, you know, it's all technique, and it's really helped me, you know, mixing both of them in, but really, you know, not making those mistakes I was making in the past, you know, leaving hand down here or there, you know, it's been helping me a lot.
You posted a video on your social media the other day that about like 2 years ago you said I was smaller. I don't know. You remember on your stories you said, look at me when you right.
Oh yeah.
And now obviously at 140. How long do you think you'll campaign at 140 and possibly win to go to 147?
That could happen. That could happen soon, but I feel like I can make 140 for quite some time. But that's also in the future, 47 as well. Just keep growing, you know. Can't keep on, you know, making my body, you know, suffer. So I don't know how long.
As you know, you posted on your Twitter about, you know, the whole situation of bringing the fighters. You were a pioneer. What happened at the beginning of the year, well, halfway through the middle of the year. You could possibly think that we could see all the promoters working together, being in one platform and giving the fights, you know, the fights for the fans that we all want. Maybe hopefully put the egos aside, right?
Yeah, I don't think that will ever happen. But there's a way. It has to go through the fighters, though. That's the way to do it. You know, promoters need the boxers. If the boxers come together and ask for change, it'll happen. Like in anything, you need the main source that moves the sport to speak up. And that's what I'm good at. Speaking up, getting people pissed, but then change happens. Nobody likes change, but as sooner or later, when all these, you know, deals start falling apart, we're going to need to come to the people that, you know, move the sport. So I think this will be important in the future.
Okay, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Ryan, you mentioned about you and Devin, real quick. So is that safe to say that you would want Devin to win against Regis Progress? Or?
Are you his promoter?
No, I'm not.
Do you think he wins that fight?
Yeah, I do. But I like Regis' mentality and all that.
Either way.
But I think Devin will win.
Okay, cool. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan.
Big love, man.
Good to see you, bro.
Good to see you, man.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.